Discussion on how you use your options for doing risk mitigation. See, basically the intention of using any derivative is to reduce your risk. So options as such are a very powerful instrument in this dimension because of that asymmetric payoffs that are typically associated. I mean, in case you gain, you can gain unlimited, but if you lose, you are losing pretty limited. That is the kind of asymmetric payoff that is associated with the option. So because of that reason, what we generally observe is there are so many option trading strategies also that have come up into the market. How do you make money or how do you reduce your risk using option? Though we are not dealing with all kinds of option trading strategies here, this is just a intro subject in terms of the two key strategies to start off on using the options to reduce your risk. So getting into that aspect, we are talking of, we already know that this is the typical characteristic associated with a call option. When we say call option, buying a call option, right, what we typically look at is the loss is restricted to the amount of premium that is paid. Here let's say we are talking of two sets of people, one who is a buyer of a call, the other who is a seller of a call. For a buyer, the typical payoff graph or the profit graph will be more like this. The reason being, let's say if this is the strike price, $50. If this is the strike price, as we were discussing that as the market price goes above 50, he will start making a profit. So that is where we are seeing his profit is typically growing up like this. But if the market price is below 50, he will not exercise the call option, because call option is to buy the security in future at $50. The market price is below $50, so he will not exercise the call option, because of which he will expire it. So the maximum loss for him is to the extent of premium that he has paid. So assuming that $5 is the premium, at the max up to the market price of $50, the loss will be to the extent of premium, but after that he will start gaining. So the typical buy a call or long call graph will be more or less like this. Similarly, the opposite position. So here what we could see, the loss for this position is limited to $5. He will not lose beyond $5. But there is a gain of there is a possibility of gaining a bigger amount also. So that is what we talk about as asymmetric payoff. Similarly, for a seller of a call, it's opposite position. For him, the maximum gain will be $5, but there is a possibility that he can lose an unlimited kind of an amount. So for a short position, obviously he is taking a premium on day 0 itself to give some kind of an option to the other party. So here the most common question that could be there is the break-even point. When does a person break even typically? So as we are also saying, okay, let's say the premium is $5, long call, and the strike price is $50. So it's like today I am paying you $5 because I have bought the option, and on the expiry date I have to pay you $50 to purchase the share. Overall my cost is $55, right? So the break even for me comes only if the market price touches 55 or more, not 50. From 50 I'll start gaining something, recovering that amount to some extent. After 55 I'm going into positive, right? So that is what typically happens. So the most common thing we have to be comfortable with is the break-even point in case of call option, which is nothing but the strike price plus the premium amount for both the parties. But when we look at the put option, it's exactly the opposite side, wherein as the market price is decreasing, the party will make a profit. Long put. What is the long put? The option to sell the share at a fixed price. So let's say I have taken this option with a strike price of 50. So today I have taken an option, means I have paid $5 to take an option to sell the share at $50 in future. So I will be getting $50 in future. Overall, my cost is, or I am going to get $45. So if the market price is below $45, that is when I'll typically break even. So that is where we say in case of put option, the break even point comes out at the strike price minus the premium that is typically paid. And if we see in case of put, as the market price is increasing, you will expire the option because you can sell the share into the market. Why should I sell it at $50 to you? So I'll expire the option and the max I am going to lose is $5. And if the market price is going lesser and lesser, 49, 48, I have an option to sell it to you at 50. So I'll sell it to you, which means I will gain that $2, $3. But on the other side, I have lost $5 because I have paid a premium. So until 45, I'll start recovering my loss to some extent. But if the market price goes below 45, then probably I'll start making profit. So these are the 4 different strategies: buy call, sell call, buy put, sell put. So these 4 graphs you have to be comfortable with to start with. Right? The long call graph, long put graph, short call graph, short put graph. So once you know the long position, call, long put, the mirror reflection of that is nothing but short call, short put kind of position. Apart from that, okay, so probably we'll take up one numerical here to see the comfort level on the most common kind of questions which we can expect as far as this chapter